You know, some people, it's hard to talk about prosperity when some people are unemployed or deep in debt. You know, they don't necessarily want to hear about prosperity.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to hear about being a millionaire because they're trying to just get back to zero.
Yeah.
They're trying to get out of debt.
Right.
So today we're going to look at 7 biblical financial principles, ways to manage your money, and what does the Bible say about handling money. So the 7 principles are: number 1, have a plan. They say if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Number 2, save. So spend less than you earn.
Right.
Number 3, invest. Invest your money.
Yeah.
And so we're going to look at the principle of seed versus bread. Number 4 is to get out of debt or stay out of debt. So basically get back to zero.
Yeah.
Number 5 is live within your means. Act your wage.
Yeah.
Act your wage. Number 6 is tithing. Give a tenth of what you owe, what you earn to God. And number 7 is to give generously. So we're going to look at these principles, and we're going to look at what the Bible says about them. And as our overlying story, we're going to look at Joseph, when Joseph became second under Pharaoh in Egypt. We see that Joseph, he got out of jail, he interpreted Pharaoh's dream. He saw that there's going to be 7 years of feast, 7 years of abundance, and then 7 years of famine. So then he came up with a plan for what Pharaoh should do during those years in order to survive the famine. Previously, we saw God working miracles through the patriarchs. He allowed Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel to conceive supernaturally.
Yeah.
He turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
You know, after this, he performed miracles. He parted the Red Sea. He brought water from a rock. But here, with Joseph, God didn't choose to do anything supernatural.
No.
So what did he give Joseph? He gave him a financial plan.
Yeah.
So if Joseph would have just interpreted Pharaoh's dream and told him what the dream meant, then Pharaoh would have probably said, okay, you can be amongst my court of my advisors, my magicians, my sorcerers. But since Joseph also had a plan, then Pharaoh put him in charge of the whole land because he had a plan. So similarly, we shouldn't always expect God to supernaturally provide for our finances and our needs.
No.
We need to have a financial plan.
Yeah.
John D. Rockefeller was one of the richest men to ever live, and they asked him what he attributed his success to. He says he attributes it to, he takes 10% of his money and he tithes. He takes 10% of his money and he saves it, and then he lives off the other 80%. That's what he attributed his success to. So we need a financial plan. We need to have a budget. We need a budget to plan our spending. So we need to budget where we're going to spend our money. And then once we create the budget, we have to follow it. So we need to know what we own. We need to know what we owe. We need to know what we earn. And we need to know when and where it goes. So the first part of Joseph's plan was, during the years of abundance, he was just going to store up. He was going to save. So his strategy was to save during the good times. He saved for the future. So
1/5
of the grain.
Yes.
Of the yeah. So his plan was to save 1/5. So we need to save. So saving is different from investing, because saving had little or no risk.
Yeah.
So like he saved the grain, he wasn't trying to grow the grain into something else, he just saved it. So investing, you're trying to turn $4 into $5. Saving, you're just holding on to your $4.
Yeah.
So saving comes before investing.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to save. And so now, how do we want to save? Your Proverbs 13:11.
Yeah. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow.
Right. So if you gather your money little by little,
Yeah.
you make it grow.
Right.
So the Hebrew implies building it gradually. So it's not getting rich quick.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the
Being
plan.
dishonest, yeah. It's telling you don't be dishonest.
Right. Don't be dishonest, but also you're saving it little by little. So it's not winning the lottery. It's not. It's just a little bit. You save a little bit regularly.
Yeah.
It's not marrying somebody who's rich. It's not sowing a large tithe in the offering plate to try to get a big blessing. It's gradual, continuous increase from spending less than you make every month.
Yeah.
So if you don't learn how to make it, you won't learn how to manage it.
No, sure.
So it's not the amount you save that matters most. It's the consistency. It's the discipline. So you're saving every month, you're spending less than you make. That's gradually saving, little by little. So every month you spend less than you make.
Yeah.
So no matter the amount, it's the consistency that matters most. You're saving, and it's hard to do in America because it takes delayed gratification.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I guess most people, don't like delayed gratification.
No.
We want it now.
Right now.
Nowadays.
We want it right now.
Now.
So we need to learn how to save for things, how to save up for things, not get it now and I'll pay for it later. You know, we're in a society where, you know, people don't worry about how much it costs. They want to know how much are the payments. Yes, I get it now and I'll just pay for it over time.
What I can afford.
Yeah.
Or I can get it if I pay more on it, I can pay it sooner than I get it before I get it to the house.
Right. They want to get it
It's
now.
a rush thing.
It's like I want to get it to TV now,
Yeah.
and then I want to make payments on it.
Yeah.
Versus I want to save for it and then pay for the TV.
Right. Pay to the cash, it's a lot easier.
We don't want to wait.
No. No, there's no patience. There's no patience in getting things these days. Not at all.
Yeah.
So in 2015, the average Japanese person in Japan saved 25% of their income. The average European saved 18%. The average American spent 1% more than they made.
Yeah.
In summary, the question isn't, is this purse too expensive or is this car too expensive? The question is, did you tithe 10%? Are you saving and investing for the future? Are you debt free? Are you giving to others as the Spirit leads you? Because when you can answer yes to all of those questions, then nothing is too expensive. So if you've done all of that, then you can buy $1 million car. You can buy a $50 million house. It's not too expensive for you.
Yeah.
If you're tithing, you save for the future, you're debt free, and you're giving, whatever you spend above that is not too much.
Right.
But if you can't answer yes to all those questions, then whatever you buy is too expensive. You know, if you haven't saved for the future, if you aren't debt free, then you should be buying the least expensive purse, the least expensive pair of shoes, the least expensive car that there is, until you've taken care of those other things first.